Okay, so this is my late review of Toy Story 5 End Disclosure Day, which I've gotten to see lately. Talk about Toy Story 5 first. So we got another Toy Story movie for some reason. Nobody asked for it, I don't think, except for Pixar, obviously. But yeah, I think the concept of this movie was interesting, like the toys going against technology or whatever. I thought that was pretty interesting, but the execution of it was it's all right. It's all right. You know, I'm with everybody. I'm with everybody who says that Toy Story should have ended off the third movie. Like, it's just really a fact at this point. I don't say this movie's the weakest out of the first four easily. I'm not a big fan of the fourth movie much, but I still thought the movie was all right. But this movie is just a big kind of a step back from the first four, honestly. You can't kind of compare it to the first three. No, there's no way you can. Not really. But anyways, with this movie, I didn't expect this, but apparently this movie is like it's more of a Jessie movie. If you've seen Toy Story, you know who Jessie is, of course. She's like, you know, I guess the female version of Woody, if you want to call her that. But I mean, she's more than that, of course. But I was expecting her to be the main focus of this movie. I was not expecting like Woody, and you know, or Buzz, which Buzz kind of is. I don't really know what they were doing with Buzz in this movie. I mean, this entire movie, he was basically just being a simp to Jessie. That's pretty much his role throughout this movie. In fact, this isn't really a spoiler. It starts with whole Buzz Lightyear clones or whatever, which I thought that was probably my favorite part of the movie was the Buzz Lightyear clones, or like the clones, or multiple of them, whatever you want to call them. But that was one of the most fun part I had of this movie. Too much. There wasn't much of it, but it was just. So it's kind of unnecessary in a way. They just showed, like, you know, all these Buzz Lightyears like going around on their own side mission throughout the entire movie while the main plot is happening. So it's really cut back to the Buzz Lightyears and all that, which, I mean, towards the end of the film, I mean, yeah, they serve a purpose, but was it really needed? I don't know. But it was cool nonetheless, I guess. But yeah, as a Buzz Lightyear himself, yeah, he's just a simp throughout his entire movie. The clones, they did more than what he did. But the worst part about this movie, in my opinion, worst part about it was how they did Woody. Woody, you know, he's easily the best character, in my opinion at least, in the entire franchise. My favorite character, of course. Like, probably many people's favorites. You know, it's just, his inclusion in this movie was what pisses me off, honestly, because you cut Woody out of this movie and it wouldn't change a goddamn thing. Like, genuinely. Would not change a thing. He's just there. That's all he does. I mean, I get that it's fair to have Jessie be the main focus now instead of Woody, because he's been the main character and all that. But at that point, why have Woody in the movie? Because, again, he does nothing, okay? They always just put him in the movie because, you know, it's Woody. He's the face of Toy Story, pretty much. So you got to have Woody in a Toy Story movie. But it honestly would have been better if they didn't, in my opinion. Because he didn't do much. I mean, the interactions and everything. I mean, he's still a good character and all that. I don't think they ruined his character or anything. It's just it would have just been better if he wasn't in the movie, especially with the way they ended the fourth movie. I'm sure by now everybody's seen the fourth movie, right? The fourth one. You know, that movie ends in a way where Woody, you know, might not see the gang again. That might be his actual finale. That's what I thought. That's why I would have thought like Toy Story 4 would have been Woody's last movie. That would have been more fitting, honestly, especially because, you know, the way it ended the fourth movie. I think any like that would have been way better. And they didn't bring Woody back in this movie and just have it be, you know, Jessie focused, Buzz Lightyear, even. That's just my opinion. I think this movie should not have Woody in it. But yeah, as for Jessie, though, her being the main focus, I actually think they did a pretty good job with Jessie. I gotta be honest, I've never been a fan of Jessie as a character in the Toy Story franchise. She always kind of pissed me off, I'm not gonna lie. I liked her backstory, of course, in Toy Story 2. Her backstory scene was like probably one of the best scenes in Toy Story, in the whole franchise, honestly. Which they explored more of that in this movie, which I thought they did a good job on, honestly. I thought the emotional parts with Jessie's backstory in this movie, I thought they worked. That was probably the biggest highlight. Probably the best part of this movie was how they did Jessie's backstory. Even though, again, it's not something we needed, okay? Her backstory was much explained in the second movie and everything. They didn't really explain it, they just showed it in a montage. That's why I was so goated, because of how they did it. But in Toy Story 2, goated. Anyways, but yeah, Toy Story 5. I mean, what else do I need to say about it? I guess there's not really a villain in this movie. Technically, I mean, well, okay, that might have been a spoiler. There, if you've seen the trailers, there's this whole, the android, or not an android, an iPad. The iPad is the villain, basically, in this movie. Which I noticed that there isn't a villain, but it's a villain. Basically, the iPad is a villain. I thought the iPad character was fine, honestly. I mean, she's definitely the worst villain out of the Toy Story franchise, honestly. But I mean, the way they did her character, I don't want to try and spoil it. I don't know if this counts as a spoiler, but the way they did the character in the second half of the movie, I thought was actually good. How they did her character in the second half. But the first half, she's just, it's not that good of a villain, in my opinion. But oh yeah, another thing with how they did the side characters, like Rex, Potato Head, the pig character, those characters. Oh yeah, Slinky as well. Yeah, you don't hear them. They're in the movie, but you don't they don't say anything. You hear Mr. Peanut. It's Peanut Head, right? Yeah, Peanut Head. He talks in one or two scenes, but it's obviously not the same voice actor because I'm pretty sure all the voice actors who voice Rex, Peanut Head, Pig. I think they all passed away. I think so. They obviously couldn't get him the voice except for Peanut Head for some reason. They got a new voice actor for that, even though he said a couple lines from my memory in the movie. But yeah, the other characters, they didn't say a damn word, which is fair enough. I mean, it's just, the voice actors, they're irreplaceable, even though they replaced Peanut Head for some reason. It would have been better they just, I mean, it's fair. It's good they didn't remove them from the movie, because otherwise you'd be like, wait, where the fuck are they? Did Bonnie sell them? This story just like that? They're just gone. So yeah, they're in the movie, but they didn't really. They're just there, kind of like Woody. Just that Woody talks at least. But again, it's fair enough because the actors passed away. But I didn't think Rex was even in the movie. Now I think about it, Rex was probably one of my favorite characters. Toy Story. Not gonna lie, but I didn't think he was even. I didn't think I saw him in this movie. He didn't talk, but I'm trying to remember if he was even in the movie. I think he was. I just couldn't remember. I know Slinky was in the movie. I don't know if I saw a pig in the movie. Piggy, whatever his name was. Forgot his name. The pig character. I don't know if he was in the movie or not. Don't remember. But yeah. I mean, what else is there to say about this movie? I mean, I'm sure everybody probably have the same opinion as I do in this movie. Honestly, it's a decent movie. It's not bad. It's not great, I would say. It's good at best. I would say that. I don't think it was mid or anything. It could have been a lot better. Could have been a lot better, as I've said. It's just, and again, we did not need this movie. We did not need this movie at all. Had no reason to exist. I'm gonna take the seatbelt off. Sorry. Has no reason to exist at all. Okay, like the fourth movie, should have ended as the third movie. I think we can all come in agreement on that one. Should have ended with the third movie, because the third movie was the true conclusion. That was obviously meant to be. Toy Story 3 was obviously meant to be the conclusion. Okay, it's just there's a reason why many trilogies don't exactly continue after the third movie, because they ended it with the third movie. Like, you don't see Lord of the Rings, making a follow up to Return of the King. They did a prequel trilogy, but that wasn't a follow-up. I don't think I'm trying to think. Did they do a follow-up to the trilogy? I don't think so. But not like an actual, probably like a spin-off, like Rings of Power, whatever the fuck. But anyway, besides the point, should have ended with third movie. But anyways, Toy Story 5, good at best. It's good at best. I know they're going to make a 6. I said at the end of the movie, pretty much. I was like, yeah, they're definitely going to do a 6th movie. The way, again, without spoilers, the way they ended the movie, they're not indicating that it was the last Toy Story like the other two movies did. Or pretty much all the Toy Story movies end in a way where oh yeah, I can see this being the last Toy Story. Even the fourth movie with all its faults, the way it ended, probably the best part of the movie, honestly. So I keep fucking spinning a lot. I'm talking too much. My bad. But yeah. Anyways, the way the fourth movie ended, best part of the fourth movie, in my opinion, because I was really like it. It ended in a way it's okay, this could be the last Toy Story movie. Now we got a fifth one, and this movie didn't end in that sort of way. It ended in a way it was okay, yeah, they're definitely gonna do a sixth movie. It doesn't feel definitely gonna make a sixth movie. Probably won't be for a while. It's interesting how much of a gap there are between the sequels. think Toy Story 4, no, Toy Story 2 was like 4 or 5 years after the first movie, and then which is decent gap between sequels. But then you got the third movie came out like 10 or 11 years after the second movie, I think. Which the third movie I actually saw, I think it was my first movie I saw in the cinema, the third movie. Which, you know, third movie is my favorite one. I think Toy Story 3 is probably the best one, in my opinion. All the first three movies are peak. Like I'll say they're all equally great. But the third movie just hits different, honestly. So yeah, I watched that movie in the cinema when that came out. I remember that. I kind of remember that still. I'm pretty sure it was my first movie in cinema. I'm pretty sure. But yeah. Besides that, yeah, I don't have much else to say. It's just a fine movie, really much. I wouldn't recommend, if you like Toy Story, go ahead. Yeah, I don't think it'll piss you off or anything, but if you don't really care much about Toy Story, you're fine skipping this one. I think it doesn't add too much to the franchise, I guess. Besides some more, doesn't really. I'll be diving into spoilers if I talk anymore, honestly, about this movie. But anyways, that's Toy Story 5. Yeah. All right, so disclosure day. Honestly, this movie was kind of better than I was expecting to be. Like, the way people kept talking about this movie, like, I've heard people, pretty much all the reviews I've heard in this movie just say it's like, oh, it's the worst movie of the year or something. Oh, it's hot garbage. And honestly, it's a fine movie. It's fine. Like, it's not great. Wouldn't say it's good. I wouldn't say it's bad. It's just pretty much a mid movie. It's really mid. You know, it's a Spielberg movie. Like, you know, Steven Spielberg, like one of the greatest directors of all time, I guess you could say. But he clearly lost. Spielberg has definitely lost his magic touch, I think, with movies now. Granted, I haven't seen what's it called, West Side Story. I heard it's good. I think that was his previous movie. It was like a musical or something. I didn't see it, but I heard it was good. But you know, there's Ready Player One, which people do actually like the movie, Ready Player One, but it doesn't really feel like a Spielberg movie, honestly. I mean, probably just how much CG and shit was in that movie. You'd be kind of surprised that it's by Spielberg, honestly. But I mean, I thought the movie was decent. Honestly, I didn't really like it that much. But yeah, anyways, now we got this movie, which, one lie, I think I probably did. Nah, I wouldn't say it's better than Ready Player One. Nah, it's not better. It's not better than Ready Player One at all. But I mean, I probably did like a little more because, I don't know, I think the action, like, when I think about this movie, Disclosure Day, when I think about it, I immediately think of the action sequences in this movie. Because generally, the action scenes are what saved this movie for me, in my opinion. I thought they were pretty good. They were the best part of this movie. Or the, you know, car chases. I think it was mostly just car chases, to my knowledge. But yeah, the car chases and whatever, they were actually really goddamn good, the way they did that and everything. There's a lot of one-shot takes in this movie as well, which I thought the one-shot takes were very good, honestly. Like, the cinematography, the way this movie's shot and everything, it's actually really good. Like, it's a well-made movie, genuinely, because, you know, it's Spielberg, of course it is. But honestly, I'm not a big fan of how Spielberg has been overusing CGI in his movies in recent years. Like, this is the same director who went full practical on Jurassic Park, you know, Saving Private Ryan, obviously, Schindler's List, Indiana Jones, like, is famous for how practical his movies were, and now he's just going full CG on his movies, which is just not the same. I don't know. Either it's just lazy. I don't know. I don't know if it's a lazy thing, honestly, using CGI over practical, but it's just like, we know that he can use practical, but I think Spielberg thinks like, oh yeah, because, you know, it's a modern day, we need CGI and everything now. That's probably what he thinks people want to see, I guess. But nowadays, but we really don't. We you know, CGI. This movie doesn't have too much CGI, but there is, like, except for one sequence, which would be a spoiler. But it's one sequence towards, like, the second half of the movie, full CG, like Ready Player One shit. It's all CG right in your face. But yeah, I just wish Spielberg, if he's gonna continue movies, I would just wish he can just, you know, do what he did back in the old days, I guess. Back in the old days where he just, you know, just did more practical. But again, obviously, you know, going back, you know, not everything is fully CG. The action sequences, car chases are mostly practical, you can tell. But yeah, honestly, that's all I really cared about. The action sequences were more entertaining than whatever the hell the plot was in this movie. Okay, I can't really explain the plot much because that would be a spoiler, honestly. But it's just, honestly, after watching the movie, I'm still confused on what. I mean, they do a fine job explaining it, I guess, but you're still just like, even like towards like the end movie, like you're trying to wonder what is the point of the story, like even towards the end. I'm like, okay, what are they? Where's the story trying to go? I don't understand. But then at the end of it, they do explain pretty much, which, I mean, it's just, yeah, it's just, how do I, it's really hard to not explain this movie without spoiling. But they probably explained in the trailer and everything. I think it's explained, you know, if you really like the bio, whatever this movie, it pretty much explains that this movie it's an alien movie. That's what it is. It's an alien movie. But it's a pretty mid-alien movie, honestly. There's not much aliens in this movie, pretty much, until, you know, I guess the second half. Which, yeah, I mean, it's fine. The story is easily the worst part of this movie, definitely. The characters were, eh. Characters were just, eh. Performances, though, the performances by the actors in the movie, they did a really hell of a good job with what they had to work with in this movie. Like, you know, I keep forgetting her name, the main lead. I'm sure people know who she is. I forgot her name. I'm trying to think. But yeah, she genuinely gave a really good performance, like she always does. And so the other actors, I can't remember their names, but they're all great. So your best part of the movie is the action sequences, or the action in general, performances, the way it was shot. All three of that were really good in this movie. Everything else, on the other hand, not so much. It was it's a bit of a drag. The story, they could have done it better. Interesting concept, I guess, with what they're trying to go for here. But they executed it poorly. And it's kind of weird. I was thinking about this to myself while watching. It's like, you know, half his movie is an action thriller, and then like another half is like a full Spielberg, like Spielberg, how do I explain it? Like a Wonderland kind of movie. Which the action thriller parts are easily the best part of the movie. Once it goes into that more fantasy side, it tends to just lose itself, in my opinion. It's just, wasn't working for me. It's just, there's a lot of things in the movie by the end. You're just wondering, okay, what is, you're still left confused with some things. There's a bit of plot holes in this movie, I think. But yeah, I can't really explain more without really diving into spoilers. So I'll just say that it's a fine, meh movie. I probably wouldn't recommend it. I mean, if you're curious on if it's, I mean, I can't speak for everybody. I know some people say it's bad, but I think it's all right. So maybe if you watch it, you could probably form your own opinion on it, whether if you think it's good, bad, meh. Because I think certain people might have a different opinion on this movie than others. It's because I can see how people could really like this movie, and I can see how people really don't like this movie. You know, it's just one of those movies. But yeah, I know. It's just, again, being a Spielberg movie, you'd expect more. You'd expect more from it. It's just a shame. Yeah, well, anyways. So, yeah, that's my review on Disclosure Day in Toy Story 5. Let me know if you want to see more reviews from me at all. Let me know if I'm an okay reviewer. I'm not really sure. I'm just forming my own opinions here. Just wanted to share them, I guess, because why not? It's the internet. Might as well use it. But, yeah. Disclosure Day, meh. Toy Story 5, meh, but also good at points. But, yeah. This is okay. They're alright movies. They're alright. Not bad. Not bad, not good. They're just alright. Stop the recording.